Be honest. You weren't expecting me to actually play the sequel this fast, were you? Hello, one and all, and welcome to Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations, The Prosecutor's Path, or Miles Edgeworth 2, or some Japanese name that I don't know how to pronounce. It's the sequel to Miles Edgeworth's last game that I played very, very recently. Fun fact, you may or may not be aware of this. This game was never put out in America, never translated into English. We shouldn't be able to play it, but a group of people who are very, very adamant about wanting to play it translated the whole ding-dang thing, and as it turns out, they did a pretty dang good job of it from everything I've heard, to the point where I have no reason to not play this game for all of you. So, you guys ready for, ready for some more murder and more investigation and being smarty and all that good stuff? Inspecting nooks and crannies, all of them very thoroughly? I bet you are. And, yeah, that's all I've got to say. Let's just play ourselves some video game. Turnabout Target! As opposed to Turnabout Walmart, I guess. I don't know! There it is. We can see it. It's the emissary of peace from the east. The president's private plane is arriving at Gourd Lake. Ooh, Gourd Lake, I know that place. It's an aquaplane. Can you hear it? The cheers of the crowd? No, actually I can't. Welcome, Zangfa Republic. Welcome, Mr. President. I know what that is. Mr. President, this way, please. Your audience awaits. Can't you hear the uproar? The absolute dead silent uproar. Not even canned stuff. Wow. My dear friends, a few days ago, a smuggling ring that has long plagued my nation was exposed and crushed. That's true. That was possible thanks to your country's prosecutor's office. Mostly Miles Edgeworth. That's a gun. From the bottom of my heart, I convey unto them my utmost gratitude. However, the battle is still not over. I declare here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. And the president has been shot. Okay, that's a way to start your game. Much panic. Hurry, contact the prosecutor's office. We need that man. Miles Edgeworth. If there's anyone who can solve this case, it's him. But only him. I'm gonna be honest with you, we're deeply unimpressed by everyone else that works here. That's a good shot. Edgeworth about to get fancy up in here. Big words, let's go. March 25th. Wait, March 25th? Has it been like... How long has it been since... The guy also said that the smuggling ring got brought down. How long has it been since the end of the first game? Like a week? Good lord. Busy month or two for Edgeworth. Word of this must have reached every corner of the world by now. I don't know of every corner. Not every place has phones. An assassination attempt on the president of the Republic of Zangfa. An assassination attempt, so it's not a confirmed murder? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and pretty dang good at it if I do say so myself. I was asked to investigate this grave incident, but upon my arrival... A gumshoe approacheth! Mr. Edgeworth! Run like a madman! We've been waiting for you, sir. This man is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct who assists me on all cases under my jurisdiction, which I'm not going to lie to you, ends up being like 98% of every case. I'm very tired. What is the president's current condition? I'm still not sure, sir. The paramedics just entered his plane a few moments ago. Well, it couldn't have been that long then. I see. I hope it's nothing too serious. Edgeworth, it's a gunshot wound. That's pretty serious when it comes to physical wounds. Very well, detective. Please show me around the crime scene. Roger that, sir. And we're back in the thick of it. Hey, mister, just a minute. I'm begging you. Who dat? Who dat? Who dat hollering? What's this? Mister, you're the prosecutor in charge around these parts, right? Can I ask you a little something real quick? I'm afraid I must refrain from commenting for now. Let's go, detective. But I want an interview. Hey, wait, Mr. Prosecutor. Hold on, Mr. Edgeworth. Wait for me, sir. He already told you to get a mosey on. I don't know why you took so long, gumshoe. God damn, man. Now then, detective, Care to fill me in on all the details? Yeah, sure, why not? I got nothing else to do. Just give me a second. Basically, the whole thing happened here in Gourd Lake Park. Because everything has to happen within this general area. Ugh. It was just the town of which these characters dwell. A lot goes down in it. It was a big welcoming event for the president of the Republic of Zhengfa, who looks like a lion. I thought he was flipping me off. The president of Zhengfa, Dijun Huang. I'm not sure. You're going to have to I have to apologize, and you're going to have to forgive me. I'm historically bad at pronouncing things. I just said pronouncing things. That is a case in point. As I recall, newspapers and news programs were making quite a deal over his visit. And now I've got news! Very good, very good. His plane lands at Gourd Lake today. Zhengfa president arrives for his visit. The Daily Express, a special edition. Is there any other piece of information that I can gain from that? Like literally anything? No? Alright. I'm just making sure there's nothing more that I can gain from having that. It rained a bit, but it stopped just before his plane landed, so everything is only slightly damp. He came out and... He came out and all of a sudden in the middle of his speech, bang! A gunshot. At least I think it was. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. You think. The truth is, I just got here as well, so I don't know all the details, sir. So you were also called on here on short notice? Yep. And today was supposed to be my day off. And I was supposed to be at the High Prosecutor's office preparing a case for trial. Oh, life is hard for both of us, I suppose. The Chief Prosecutor asked for you personally, sir. The Chief Prosecutor? The Chief Prosecutor was taking part in the welcoming event. And, well, you know how it is. You're basically seen as the only competent member of the entire organization, so we had to get you. Apparently, the Chief called out right after the incident occurred. Call Prosecutor Edgeworth. He's the only one who could solve this case, he said. I mean, paraphrased it, yeah. I see. So that's what happened. After the incident, we sealed off the park right away. Which means the assassin is still in the park. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. We've got a gunman. An assassin in the crowd. This could get dangerous, sir. If there is another incident, these civilians could get in harm's way. We're probably gonna want to solve this a little bit quickly, like. This is a race against time. Let's begin the investigation. First, we investigate the crime scene and gather some information. Precisely. See, you're catching on, Gumshoe. There's no mistaking it. The president was targeted with a gun. Yeah, that stands to reason. This is something I'll have to keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe! What was your security at the time of the gunfire? The police were only in charge of guarding the park's perimeter. And the president was being protected by his own personal bodyguards. Is that Bald 1 and Bald 2 over there? Freaking... Why am I blanking on the name? It's not Reno. Rude! Yeah, there you go. Rude twin brothers. Is that who they are? There we go. I got it. Woo! Reference. It says those guys over there. Why don't you try talking to them, sir? I suppose I could. To talk to someone, press the A button while standing near them. Alright. Or I could just hit the thing on the touchscreen, which is infinitely easier for me. What do you want? You are the president's bodyguards, correct? What was the president's security detail like during the speech? The president had his 2 best men by his side. The rest were stationed near the stage area. We are professionals. We constantly kept our eyes on the crowd, scanning for any signs of suspicious activity. Obviously, we botched it pretty hardcore, what with him getting shot and everything, but hey, what are you gonna do? Nobody's perfect. I see. In other words, security was flawless during the president's speech. Well, clearly not. He got friggin' shot. Just saying. Let's keep going. We should talk to the other people and examine anything suspicious. In order to collect the remaining pieces of information from the scene of the crime. I believe I may have inspected... Oh, something's going down. Hello there. I see. So that's how you round up your info. So, what do you do with all that info after it's squared away? Someone in the crowd is making quite a ruckus, but I don't have time for that now. I've got important prosecutorial things to do. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! Tell me how, please. I think that's a lady. You have to gather in some pieces of information. You can try to find the connections between them. Detective! Hey now, don't be such a stick in the mud. What's this about finding connections? You connect the two pieces of information that share a link. Gumshoe learned so much from the last game, he's the tutorial now. That's delightful. He's coming up in the world. That's Mr. Edgeworth's speciality. It's called logic, pal, and only he knows how to use it properly. Press the L button to use logic, or just use the touchscreen. I should start by pressing the button using my logic! Alright, shooting of the president. Security during the speech. How are they connected? I don't know! Let's use some logic and find out! Someone was able to fire a gun under flawless security. And they were able to avoid being spotted by professional bodyguards. This is no easy task. There had to be a certain amount of preparation beforehand. Oh, so what you're implying is that it is a professional murder type situation, not some amateur rando with a gun. That makes sense. It's very likely that the president's assassination was a premeditated crime. Okay, so I've heard both, it's been an assassination and an attempted assassination. Which is it? I expected nothing less from Mr. Edgeworth. What brilliant logic, sir! Yes, well, when you follow the facts and find a connection, you will begin to see the truth. And the truth will set you free. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray farther from the truth. Then I'll look like a total fool, my ego will be bruised, and everyone will laugh at me. And I don't need that in my life, let me tell you. But if I think carefully, piecing the leads together, the logic should flow. So, you know, if you do anything wrong in this game, it's on you. Okay, let's start by examining everything we can. Pretend to be a Superman. To examine, I approach anything that looks suspicious and press the A button. And if I want to consult with Gumshoe, I press the Y button. Yay, we got the Gummy Gum Man. Nice. Yes, sir. Let's talk about some stuff, yo. Rain. It stopped, sir. It was pouring right up until the president arrived. Even the mist after the rain is cleared up. Were you looking forward to the rain? I plan to go fishing at the lake. Rain gives you a better chance at a big catch, sir. At least that's how it works in Animal Crossing. I don't know if that's how it works in real life, sir. During the president's welcoming event, all regular activities in the park were prohibited. It's not a regular activity. There's no activity more than special to me than fishing in the lake. Get over yourself, sir. Detective Gumshoe, no court of law would recognize that as a special activity. Even in the midst of such a monumentous case, the detective is still his usual self. In a way, it brings me some degree of comfort, though I definitely will not say that out loud. Detective Gumshoe, I assume you understand how to conduct an investigation. I mean, yeah, sure, allegedly. Supposedly I've been a detective for quite a few years now. Of course, sir. The basis of any good investigation is collected information. Examine suspicious objects. Talk to suspicious peoples. Press the A button to examine objects and talk to people. Also, each person may have something different to say about the evidence you've collected. You can present evidence from your organizer to the people you're talking to, sir. Press the R button to go over the evidence that I've collected and my organizer. And press the X button when talking with someone to present evidence to them. I've been with you for so long, Mr. Edgeworth. I pretty much got most of the basics down. Granted, it took me like the better part of a decade, but I got there eventually. That's pretty much why you still haven't been promoted, detective. Haha! Outplayed. Anyway, you want to take a look at my badge? You want to take a look at my badge? Such a tiny object. I'm surprised you don't lose it. It is an identification badge for us prosecutors, after all. I see. Must be tough. If I were me, I'd definitely lose it, sir. I'm always losing my police badge, and that thing is like 5 times bigger. Having such a talent for losing things must be tough. You don't even know the half of it, my dude. Alright, well, now that we've gotten the lowdown hoedown from the Edgeworth man, let's see, what do we got? You, Mr. Leading Man, what be the haps? Have you found any traces of the assassin? Nope, none at all, sir. No fingerprints or footprints of any kind. It's basically everyone's touching, it's because everyone's touching everything and walking wherever they want. Detective, don't you think that was a bit out of line? I agree, sir. I'll report it and see if it shows up on his next salary assessment. Wow, the odds of actually seeing Gumshoe of all people say that. What's he taking pictures of? The hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. Looks like he's reading the speech notes on the floor, sir. Guide to Public Speaking 3. Speak slowly and yell loudly with confidence, it says. I see, so that's how it's done. I guess I'll take another photo. I have an objection to his behavior at work. Man, these people are bad at their jobs. Let's see, what's all this about? Can I look at all this? Yeah, there we go. All this very, like, ain't that the samurai? This is... He's dead! Yeah, I was surprised too. No matter how you look at it, it's definitely the friggin' Steel Samurai! It's Edgeworth talking. The Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo. A hero from a popular TV program of which I am a deeply, deeply secretive fan of. Popular with both children and adults, it has broad appeal. Why would they use a Steel Samurai balloon at the welcoming event, sir? Because people in this country are patently obsessed with this show. I mean, my God. It'd be weird if you weren't a fan of it, apparently. Perhaps he was chosen as the hero to represent our country. Oh, I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. He brought the line back, people. It came back. All right, well, I find the fact that there's a huge honking balloon underwater to be a little bit confusing. What's up with that? Poor Steel Samurai balloon. It looks so miserable. Indeed. What did it do to deserve such a fate? According to witnesses, a gunshot was heard when the balloon popped. Did a bullet from the gun hit the Steel Samurai balloon? I mean, that would make a lot of sense. Maybe it was an assassination attempt on the Steel Samurai. Oh dear God, they're going after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade! To desecrate the Steel Samurai like this is a serious crime. Detective, we must not let this reprehensible assassin get away with this. Of course, sir. There you go, yep, the balloon getting shot. That is absolutely more important than the attempted assassination of a president of a foreign country. All right then. Let's see, I did not actually mean to do that. I wanted to move my little reticule thingy, not re-click on the thingamadoo. All right, I was just wondering, what else could I look at, really? Nothing else really speaks to me as being all that odd. Maybe, oh, hang on. There's like a hole in that thing. It's the flag of the Republic of Zhengfa. Its symbol appears to be a phoenix motif. This is, what is it, sir? Haven't you noticed? There's an unusual spot on this flag. Flog? Compare it to the side of the opposite side of the stage. There isn't a speck of dirt on it. This flag is spotless, sir. Yes, that is what the flag is supposed to look like. However, there is one spot on this flag that is out of place. Where is it, sir? Please explain it so I can understand. I'm very dumb. What a helpless man. I suppose I should point it out to him. There's a friggin' hole in it. Probably a bullet hole. Let's be real with ourselves. Hang. There's an unusual hole in this flag. Ha! You're right. Judging from the burn marks around the hole, it appears to be a bullet hole. Wait, burn marks? Then, wait, they shot the flag like almost point blank? A bullet hole? Then the bullet from the gun must have gone through the flag. I'm pretty sure that's a crime too. Multiple counts! I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Well, the fact that you pointed it out tells me that, yeah, these two things... Oh, wait, I got three things! Alright, the ruptured balloon, and I'm imagining the flag with a bullet hole. Yes, I feel like that's more than most likely the case. Went through the flag and right into the balloon, but... If it went through the flag and into the balloon, then how did it hit the president? Was there more than one gunshot? As a result of the gunshots, which I guess there was more than one, there's a bullet hole in a flag and a ruptured balloon. That must mean 2 shots were fired, sir. If we include the shot that hit the president, it's possible that 3 shots were fired in total. No, it's also possible that the flag and the balloon were punctured by the same bullet. If only we could be certain about the number of gunshots. Ah, that's true, that's true. Theoretically, it could be 3 shots. 3, because 3 things got shot. But yeah, okay, I get you. Now then, let's continue the investigation. Now, you're still there? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor! If you find anything new, could you please let me know? I've been wondering for a while now, but who exactly is that woman? I thought she was just a nosy onlooker, but looks like she's investigating too. Hey, please, I'm begging ya! Oh, why is the young women constantly find themselves going cuckoo bananas around me? In order to figure out how many shots were fired, I mean, Phoenix too, it's just a... I mean, I assume this lady's like teenage years. I'm willing to bet that's probably the case. What is with that? It's just an unbelievable surplus of these cuckoo ladies. They're all incredibly endearing and I like all of them, but seriously, the amount of them. In order to figure out how many shots were fired, we'll need to talk to a witness. It can't be helped. Let's try talking to her. I'm sure this won't go poorly for anyone at all. Hey, look at that! Ah, Mr. Prosecutor! The name's Nicole Swift. Just between you and me, this case is gonna be my exclusive scoop. Exclusive? Miss Swift, is it? Could you tell me what you witnessed during? So how's your investigation coming along? Bruh. Y'all got a suspect yet? Where'd you get that frilly doohickey around your neck? Hold on, you did not just call it a frilly doohickey! Could you please stop talking for a moment? I'll be the one asking the questions. What is this, an interrogation? I reckoned I was gonna get myself an interview. Hey, she kinda talks like Lotta a little bit. But she doesn't have the same last name, so I'm assuming there is no relation. I'd like that, so no southern accent for she. I'd like to know how many gunshots were fired. Can you please tell me what you saw? Well, I guess. I ain't telling you nothing. What? My life depends on info. I ain't giving it up that easily. Don't be selfish, pal. Won't you please cooperate with us? Nah, selfish. If you ain't gonna share no info with me, then I'm gonna go get it from somewhere else. Wait a minute, pal. If I wait, are you gonna give me what I want? If not, adios, amigos. She won't budge. We're at a stalemate here. Ay caramba. A stalemate. I wonder about that. What do you mean, sir? As you know, chess is one of my hobbies. That and decoupage, but I don't talk about that one as much. How does one go on the offensive against a defensive opponent? Hit them really, really hard. There are many tactics available on the chessboard. Really? I don't know much about chess. I prefer checkers, which is the poor man's chess. Even if it appears to be a flawless defense, there's always an opening. I mean, unless you're in checkmate, in which case, no, there literally is not, in fact, an opening. But I get where you're going from. Observe as I break down. Observe as I break it down. He starts beatboxing. Her defense with my words. Ah, gotcha. We're doing the whole inspectomatic thingamadoo. Gotcha. In order to get her to talk, I'll need to use the right strategery. Using the image of a chess game, I need to stay one step ahead of my opponents. Or is this something different? Whoa! Okay, we have apparently decided to enact a shadow game. Now then, let's analyze the situation. Until you give me some info, my trap's sealed shut. Oh. Is that a pawn and like is that a bishop or a rook? I'm not sure. She has a guard up, so this is her defensive strategy. By just saying, yeah, I don't wanna. If I waste too much time, she may grow impatient. I need to pay attention to the time limit. Oh dear. We've got a new mechanic and that can't be good for me at all. I must not be careless with my words. When my opponent becomes agitated or aggressive, I told you I ain't talking. You're stubborn as a mule. For example, during times like this, I should calmly wait and see how things play out. The moment my opponent shows an opening, I'll be able to strike. With a vengeance! First, I should ask about her identity. Now, let us begin! How about you? Logic chess, apparently! What's your occupation? First, could you tell me your occupation? No way! If I told you, then you might get the wrong idea. The wrong idea? In other words, it's a job that you cannot tell others about. I never said that. I ain't some kind of suspicious person. I mean, it seems pretty blatantly obvious to me that, you know, with the tape deck and the microphone, the questions, and I don't know, a coat that I think says Aventer on it or something. She's clearly either a reporter or a want-to-be reporter. You look suspicious to me. All right, well, she's agitated, so I believe I was told to wait and see in that regard. I'm just your run-of-the-mill model citizen. Please excuse my rudeness, but could you kindly RIP? Ah, my reference game is on point today. I did not mean to offend you. I may not know the details of your job, but I'm sure that it is a reputable one. Well, you might be giving me too much credit there. I ain't even done any major articles yet. An article writing job, you say? Heh. I heard you mentioned articles just now. Does your job involve writing articles by any chance? Perhaps for a tabloid? Because! Dagnabbit! Okay, she is definitely mildly southern. That's right. I'm an investigative reporter. A bona fide up-and-coming news journalist. I see. A reporter. She may already have some information about the case. This will be my next line of questioning. Yay! I get time back. That's good. This is where the real battle begins. I'll need to draw out even more information from her. Content of your coverage? Did you witness the incident? Okay, well, yeah, the content of your coverage. You said that you are a reporter. Did you come here to gather news material? If you want to know that bad, give me some info first. No, you first. Show me what you've gathered. Edgeworth literally pulling out the "Know You" card. Honest to Betsy, I don't know what you're talking about. How dare you? I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Very well. Then, did you witness the incident? I suppose if I have enough time, I can ask all multiple questions. I just need to try not agitate people. Were you present at the time the incident occurred? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, how about some of that info you promised me? I did no such thing. Also, ladies first, I insist. I told you my trap sealed shut. You ain't getting my info that easily. Talk or I'll arrest you. I don't have that authority. I shall merely silently judge you. This is my livelihood here. Please, I'm begging you. If you stick your head in too deep, you may be putting yourself in danger. I'm a pro, after all. A few gunshots don't scare me. You heard gunshots, then? Fascinatione! I'll admit, you're dedicated to your job. However, you still have much to learn. Like, I'm messing you up with frickin' pawns. Who loses to a pawn? Except other pawns. The fact that you heard the gunshot clearly means that you were present during the incident. You must have seen something. Good God almighty. Oh, she's still standing. Busted again. I just happened to be here covering the speech, and that's when it all went south. That's all, I swear. I ain't saying another word. So she was here to write an article about the speech. I mean, that's kind of blisteringly obvious now that I really sit down and think about it, but whatever. She should still have the material she gathered for her article. She does have a tape recorder. This could be a useful clue. Oh, ow. I see where we're going with this now. You said that you're a reporter. Did you come here to gather news materials? If you want to know that bad. No, you first. Show me what you got. Honest to Betsy, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, well, obviously we're gonna get something new here. Let me try using that clue. Ooh. You must still have the materiales. I have a fancy horse piece. It's a night, I know that, but horsey time. Are you telling me that you came here to gather material and you left empty-handed like a complete and utter chump? You should still have the materials you collected with you. Ah! The horsey piece wasn't good enough. That's... Darn tootin', I'm a pro. I collect info with my own 2 feet. And sometimes my hands, but mostly my feet. That's why I ain't giving it up without a fight. As the prosecutor in charge of this case, I am making a serious plea for your cooperatione. Don't you mess with me! I handed it over to you and that's final. I'm just messing with you, then I'll wait and see. Silently judging. Please understand where I'm coming from, Mr. Prosecutor. Being a reporter is a tough job, isn't it? Ha! So you're finally getting it? How's your job performance been? Well, I'm always trying to be the best reporter I can be. This here tape recorder, I always carry it by my side. Oh, well then let me listen to that tape! Give me that info, girl! I see. If you're trying to be the best reporter that you can be, then it would be unnatural for you to not have collected any news materials. You recorded it on your tape recorder, didn't you? The information regarding the case. Wingalago! Ah, duck on it! I just realized she has a bear trap on that bag. What? There goes my exclusive scoop. That's right, I have it on my tape recorder. All the information I recorded from my article is right here. Checkmate. Get logic chest on, nerd! Ha! Thank God it wasn't like Chinese checkers or backgammon or shogi, because I don't know how to play those. That's amazing, Mr. Prosecutor. You got my beans spilt all over the dang floor, and I was eating those. Before I knew it, you done had me chattering like a chipmunk. Let me hear what you have on the tape recorder. If I listen to the tape, I should be able to determine the exact number of gunshots. Fine, but I won't let you have it for free. Other than my mentor, you're the only person to push me this far. In other words, You're gonna be my second mentor. Yep, that's how it's gonna be. I see. It's kind of like a second home, sir. And I got one more request. Oh, that is way too many hours. A 24-hour exclusive interview. Please, Mr. Prosecutor, this is my first and final request as your apprentice. This is difficult to accept, but unless I agree to it, I won't be able to listen to the tape. 24 hours is out of the question, but I will grant you an interview after we solve this case. But what about being my second mentor? Also out of the question. Ow. Don't be so ornery. I guess you take what you get. It's all for the sake of my news scoop. Time to get the ball rolling. I mean, you always should aim for more than you actually expect to get. That way, if it's when they slide negotiations down, you might still get something. Time to get the ball rolling. Let's begin our exclusive coverage. Well then, Miss Swift, please begin the playback of the tape recorder for me. Yeah, all right, whatever. Click, click. My dear friends, there's a reason for my visit. A few days ago, a smuggling ring that has long plagued my nation was exposed and crushed. I see. This was the president's speech. Click. The president passionately addresses the crowd. He's deflating the rumors flying around about a recent decline in his approval ratings. Look, this was my own commentary. I tried to create the feeling of actually being there. According to the schedule, there's a meeting after this. You seem quite pleased that the Yatagarasu incident has been resolved. Well, of course, it's a great honor for us as well. Whose voice is this? Those are from the folks standing in front of me. I reckon it was two older men. They kept on whispering to each other. Where have I heard this voice before? The gunshot's coming up. Click. That's too much fun. The president raises his fist in the air. The atmosphere is boiling to a fever pitch. However, the battle is still not over. I declare here and now, the hammer of justice shall be brought down upon all evil. And I am talking about all the evil. Okay, well, that is two bullets. What darnation? Whoa. Click. That's two gunshots, yo. All right. But interesting, how could one get right on the target, but the other one miss so epically? Unless they were deliberately trying to shoot the balloon? It seems that two shots were fired. And what do you reckon? Finger wags. It's quite simple, really. Using the bullet's trajectory, and that's a big word, I know, we can deduce its flight path. Two shots were fired. One bullet hit the president. That means the other shot left a hole in the flag and punctured the balloon. Do you understand now? The location of the perpetrator who fired the gun. The bullet that struck both the flag and the balloon was fired from here. I mean, quite frankly, if I'm being completely real with you, you could easily get these shots from anywhere, actually. Like, sure, if you're standing here, you know, yeah, you can go bang and then bang. But, I mean, like, if you're standing there, you can still go bang and then bang. So, like, I don't think this narrows things down as much as you think it does, my dude. But I can already tell that I'm supposed to guess one of these. Well, we got a 50-50, so, always go with the non-dominant hand, I suppose. By connecting the bullet marks on the flag and the balloon, we learn the bullet's trajectory. Oh, okay, so, yeah, all right, I see where you're going. I see it, I get you. It's likely that the bullet was fired from the left side of the audience arena. Or area, whatever. I constantly get those words fused together all the time. Just what I'd expect from Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, I'd like to investigate the left side of the audience area. Yes, sir. Oh, wait. You mean we have to move all these people? Yes, there's no time. You could be losing vital evidence for every second we let slip by. We must hurry. Yes, sir. Mentor number 2. Hey, mentor number 2. Swift, I assume you are addressing me. Of course, mentor number 2. This is my time to shine. I'm an expert at crowd dispersal. Light the torches, release the hounds, and run them down. I appreciate your help, but please do not use those methods. Also, please stop addressing me as your mentor. I'd never agreed to that position. I hear ya. I'll try to keep that in mind, mentor. I mean, Mr. Prosecutor. Ugh. People gotta be so difficult. All right, you bunch of nerds. Mr. Edgeworth, we're ready to begin the investigation, sir. Miss Swift here was all over the crowd helping us round them up, sir. This ain't nothing compared to my first mentor's mob wrangling skills. Seems to be used to this sort of thing. However, Miss Swift, all that running around seems to have caused your clothes to be covered with mud. I'll take care of the cleaning bill if you like. Eh? Oh, you talking about my parka? Don't you worry your fancy little head about it. It's reversible, so I can just flip it around later and it's good as new. That won't do much for mud stains, though. Also, it would just make the clothes you're wearing on the inside dirty. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, let's restart the investigation, sir. The crowd has made a mess of the crime scene. Perhaps some traces of the criminal are still left behind. Yo, is that freaking Winston Payne? Winston Payne, what the heck you doing here, my dude? Actually, hang on, I should probably consult the Gummy Man. Yo, Gummy Man, what up? These camera flashes have been blinding me all day, sir. The media and even these onlookers have been in a photo frenzy. This is a rare event for them. Just let them be. They're clearly taking pictures of you and me, Mr. Edgeworth. This is a violation of our public rights. I'm gonna do something about it. Tisk tisk. Before I could stop him, he had already run off. Searching for cameras that took pictures of him and making the crowd angry in the process. This is a man who truly never betrays your expectations. You can press the L button to look over information that you've collected so far, sir. Yeah, I know, my dude. By the way, Mr. Edgeworth, do you still remember my name? What? Of course I do. What are you talking about? Evidence and people related to the case are recorded in the organizer, sir. You can also use my profile to refresh your memory of me, sir. And I'll try it out later by pressing the R button. But only then! There's no point in just holding on to evidence, sir. Evidence should be presented. That is its point, obviously. That's why each piece of evidence needs to be examined in greater detail, sir. Front to back, side to side, corner to corner, near, far, wherever you are. I was gonna make the joke and he did it himself! Well, goddamn! Rock on, Gumshoe! You have to put the evidence through the ringer. I agree with everything except that last statement. You risk damaging the evidence. I did not mean it literally, sir. That's just a figure of speech. I wouldn't literally put the evidence through a ringer. That'd be mad stupid. I can never tell with this man. I suppose that much is fair, at least. Anyway, yo, Winston! What up, my dude? This is a terrible incident indeed, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this man again? I, Winston Payne, am willing to assist as a prosecutor. He's a prosecutor?! Why did you come here today? I accompanied the chief prosecutor. His voice sounds like the one that I heard on the tape earlier. Oh, well that's convenient. See one of the men standing in front of Miss Swift. Where's the chief now? The chief is a busy man. He had special permission to leave this premises. For the record, no, I never remember what voice I give Winston Payne. If anything, that's honestly the most fitting thing I could think of for him. The chief called me here and then left by himself? He must be the murderer. I'm not completely satisfied with this. All right then, yo, lady time. Oh, you know what? I should definitely, before I start talking down to you as you are but a little child. All right, you are 20. You are 20, that's still a very young lady. Did you come here to cover the welcoming event? You betcha. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. What time did the event start? I don't friggin' know. It started after the rain stopped pouring. It had been raining all morning long. The president's plane got here at 1:45 p.m. That's right, I wrote it down. Always interesting how it ends up on such a concrete number. It's never like 1:47. Then the president began his speech at around 2 p.m. When did the shooting occur? God, I don't friggin' know. I reckon it happened sometime around 2:20. I don't know. So it occurred about 20 minutes after the speech began. It was right then. The sound of gunshots ripped through the air with the greatest of care. And the poor old president collapsed on stage. Didn't even have time to use his nair. I don't know. And that's what went down on March 25th, 2:25 p.m. at Gordon Lake Park. What was that all of a sudden? Oh, I was just recording some notes. It's from my report. If I think of something good, I take note of it right away. It ain't often you get the chance to cover a presidential assassination. Gotta make it dramatic and heart-wrenching. I'm gonna write me one action-packed article, I'll tell you that much. Did the president actually collapse on stage? The bodyguards escorted him onto the plane, sir. Ah, y'all have to pardon my embellishments. Sometimes I get a little carried away, which, I guess makes me a bit of a terrible reporter, but you know, I'm new. It seems that it would be best if I took this woman's testimony with a grain of salt. Or at least some cayenne pepper. Well now, I guess you could call me a reporter. It sure sounds different when somebody else calls you that. Reporter Nicole Swift. Hey, it's got a nice ring to it. Just to be clear, you are an actual reporter, correct? In training. Then, how many articles have you written so far? Well, seeing as how I literally told you that I've written none in the past, I'm gonna go ahead and say still none. Oh, you mean like actual published works? None at the moment. Yet you still call yourself a reporter? Well, this case is gonna put me in the spotlight. I done captured the whole entire speech perfectly. No bloopers at all. Other than, you know, the guns. I don't know if you could call that a blooper, though. I ain't gonna be on the highlight reel, I'll tell you that much. With this mic and this tape recorder, I'm gonna be a shining star in the broadcast world, just like my mentor. Who the heck is your dang mentor? So, Mr. Prosecutor, how do you know my mentor? You're the one who brought up the subject. I may or may not have said something to that general effect. As a reporter, you should take responsibility for your words. My mentor always tells me, a reporter should always leak information freely. But what a public nuisance! She told me that when she gave me this here tape recorder. Oh, get out there and record all the scandalous scoops you can get. Who is your mentor? So you create smoke where there's no fire. I am amazed you call yourself a reporter. I don't start the fires. I mean, the world's been burning since the world's been turning. I messed that up. Damn! I just fanned out the smoke as far and wide as I can. Isn't that what I just said? Okay, I have a theory on who your mentor might be, and unless I see them otherwise, I'm going to make my assumption. That being said, trash cans are usually a pretty good place to find stuff of general importance. I didn't want to talk to this guy. Yes, I'm well aware. I would like to move past this. Yep, just a little bit faster, please. There we go. Okay. No, seriously, I want to look at this trash can. It's obviously important. I need to go through the garbage? You prosecutors got a tough job. Detective Gumshoe, you're the one who's going to do this. Yeah, right away, sir. Delegation! So it's the detective's job to go through the trash. Prosecutors don't want to dirty their hands. Let's see. What if I find something good? The detective seems to be a little too eager about searching through the trash. It's almost as if he's done this before. This is a wooden popsicle stick. Detective! Sorry, sir. Let's see. Something related to the case. Look what I found, sir. It's some kind of fanny pack. Good work. Let's have a closer look. Egad! It's sealed with Velcro! I need to view this object from various angles to uncover the truth from hidden within, or you can just open it. Yes, sir. Just give me the word, and I'll spin the evidence round and round. Hold the R button and use the D-pad to rotate the object to a desired viewing thing and do all the things. If you want to zoom in or out, I'll move it. So basically what this tells me is that Gumshoe is holding the object in his hands, and he's saying, all right, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, if you want me to zoom in or out, I'll do that. And that just means he's pushing it closer and pulling it further away from Edgeworth's face at all times. And just kind of shimmying it all around. Like, that's what this sounds like it is. And we're just using a bunch of fancy graphics to kind of hide the fact that that's what we're doing. If you find something suspicious, please let us know immediately, sir. Move the cursor to a spot of interest and press the A button to investigate it. Alright, so let's give it a try. Alright, well, for example, let's freaking open the bag. Thank you. That's a gun. Okay, well, that's not the first thing I would notice, but alright, sure. It's a document of some sort. Let's see. President's security detail. These are plans for the president's security, sir. Now that's a mamma mia. Let's see. Rook takes Knightley's place. Pay attention to the lake area. In the case of an emergency, Knightley will lead the president inside the plane. A terrorist in the audience? We can't be certain there isn't one. Interesting. The bodyguards' names are written on here, too. Their names are Rook and Knightley? Really? Rook and Knightley. And I do logic chess. Landing on a little thick there, game. The bodyguards are not from the Republic of Zhengfa. Seems that the president hired a local security firm. Why didn't he use the police force of Zhengfa? You wanna know the reason? That's another big scoop. Do you know something about it? I was just at the Zhengfa embassy the other day, fixing to get me some news material. That's when I heard the word. It sounds like the president's got plenty of enemies. He also don't get along too well with the top brass of the Zhengfa police. You see, he doesn't even trust the people of his own country. That's a bit of a bummer. This could be related to the assassination attempt. I mean, yeah, that's pretty damn likely, especially considering that this fanny pack has a gun in it! But why would this document be in the bag? That is strange indeed. It concerns the safety of the president. Normally it would be under tight security. This bag. There's something else in it, sir. It's a friggin' gun! Ooh, it's got a scope too. This is a murder weapon! It's a gun! Mr. Edgeworth! Could this bag belong to the... Indeed, it is possible that the assassin may have thrown it away, which is really friggin' weird. It's a revolver, I guess, just to not have it on their person. It's a revolver. For something like this to appear at a place like this, it's very unlikely to be a coincidence. Is this the work of a professional assassin? He must have used that document to carry out the crime, sir. This revolver. I'll need to take a closer look at it. All right. Well, my first go-to is to always check the chamber. And 2 bullets fired. This gun fired 2 bullets. That matches the number of gunshots heard. This must be the murder weapon, sir. All right, and you're telling me that that means there's more? All right, the sight, probably. Ooh, it's a laser sight. This is a laser pointer. It's an implement you attach to a gun to help you with to aim with the laser, sir. Just press here and... Vajam! It's a fire and a red laser, sir. Fire and the laser. The assassin used a laser pointer to target the president. I'm gonna go ahead and say friggin' probably. Revolver data jotted down in my organizer. This bag has provided us with lots of useful evidence. Dumpster diving really paid off, sir. Good work, detective. I have one more request. Please tell the forensics team to check the gun in the bag for fingerprints. I mean, if it was a professional assassin, I imagine they were wearing gloves. But it's worth a shot. Yes, sir. If we can obtain fingerprints, it would be a huge breakthrough in our investigation. I got the results back, sir! Thank gods, why was that so fast? Of course, I made them double time it. Unfortunately, we found jiggity Jackson. You couldn't find anything. Are you certain you did a thorough search? I mean, we spent a whole 7.5 seconds doing it. I don't know how else we could. Of course, we combed every inch. We even took on the bullets and examined them, sir. As expected, this won't be easy. Damn professional assassins and their glove wearing. Why do they always gotta be like that? I swear, man, I swear. Anyway, what about you, my dude? You seem to be a guy who records stuff for a living. You're with the television crew, are you not? Oh, that's right, but then you must have recorded the speech. I'd like to see the footage. Yeah, about that. That'll be difficult. What was that, pal? It's your duty as a citizen to cooperate with the investigation, citizen. After the incident, the guests knocked over the TV camera in the panic. Oh, the footage was lost. If there was any footage left, it could have been vital evidence. Oh well, wouldn't it be nice if things were easy? It's too bad, sir. Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! What was that? Looks like you're in a jam, Mr. Edgeworth. That voice. Ninja! She's returned! Yay! She's jumping off fans and stuff! Look at her friggin' go! Ah! Ah! She showed up way faster than I thought she would. Awesome! Long time no see, Mr. Edgeworth, the hero of justice. Kay Faraday is here to save the day. Hero. I guess she wouldn't refer to herself as a heroine. So, have you given up on this great thief business yet? Also, has it been a long time? I feel like it's only been like a few weeks at most. Nope, I haven't stopped. I'm just on vacation. I'm still in training to become the second Yatagarasu. And if you didn't play the original game, that's on you. About 2 weeks ago, this girl... How is a long time no see, my left foot? This girl became involved in one of my cases. Actually, if she became involved in like 3 out of 5, but sure. The mysterious phantom thief, the Yatagarasu. This case of a gentleman thief who steals the truth for the sake of justice. Is this game not going to spoil, like, the twists of the first game? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm definitely not going to make any attempts to hold back if it becomes relevant. This girl is the successor to that great thief. If you need to pick a lock or untie a rope, leave it to me. But, since I'm still in training, I haven't actually stolen anything yet. Okay, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I wanted to join the festivities. She does seem to have a fondness for these kinds of events. Afterwards, I thought I'd come meet up with you guys. Well, we're glad to see you. Look like you've been doing well, pal. In the literal 2 weeks since we haven't seen each other, it's acting like it's been months. It's been a while, Gum. No, it hasn't. I'm glad you're well, too. Okay, you said earlier that you could help me out. Please don't be surprised, Mr. Edgeworth. I took a photo that captured the exact moment of the crime. I see. Could you show it to us at once? Same as usual, I see. Can't you even act a little surprised? Yeah, that prosecutor's always in a sour mood. He even got annoyed when I called him my second mentor. Oh, by the way, I'm Nicole Swift, up-and-coming investigative reporter. Nice to meet you, Nicole. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth's really... enough idle chatter. Can you please just show us the photo? Fine, here. All right, either that man got shot in the forehead or that's a laser sight. Also, one of the guards just has a neck brace. And the other guard is apparently Axe Cop. Huh. This is a photo I took right at the moment of the gunshot. It was awful. Everyone in the audience was running in panic. This photo depicts the president and his 2 bodyguards. Judging from the names written on the security plan, these 2 must be Rook and Knightley. What is this? Thank you, Kay. This will be a very important clue. Oh, you got that sharp look in your eyes. Did you find something, Mr. Prosecutor? In this photo, there is a contradiction. Really, a contradiction? This photo? I don't see nothing. If you don't understand, then I'll show you. The scene captured in the photo and the evidence I have on hand. By comparing the 2, I'll find the contradiction. It's time for my deductive skills to come into play. All right, I mean, if and you say so, I suppose. I can only really assume. Oh, okay, no, I get it. First I have to find the spot to hold Scott. Okay, she said it was the moment of the crime. Once I found the contradiction, I press the X button with conviction. Then, I present the evidence that contradicts the spot, which I would imagine would be... Well, now I'm uncertain, actually. I thought I had to use the laser sight, but I don't have a laser sight as a thing. I don't think the gun itself... Maybe? Okay, I think this is what the game is actually going for. We're we're trying to suss out that is in fact a laser pointer, right? Miss Swift, this newspaper contains a photograph of the president. I'd like you to compare it with the photo Kay took of the scene. What do you mean? Oh, that's right. There's something on the president's forehead that wasn't there before. Right. If I had presented just the gun, then it wouldn't have been like actually what it was trying to do. Is that a mole? Mm-hmm. It certainly looks like a red mole. Since when are moles red? Anyway, obviously not. That's foolish. And only foolish fools of Fooland would ever be such foolish fools. It's hard to believe that a mole would pop out of thin air like that. Maybe a bug bit him, sir. That all? I thought you were on to something. Turns out it's like an itty-bitty bug bite. You were talking with such a serious look on your face. I was getting all excited. The way to the truth always begins with small contradictions. So they say, so they say. Ooh, that's a great way of putting it. I'll be using that for my article. Alrighty, I've got the camera data. That's good.